All right, welcome back. You're with us on Republic TV, India's #1 news channel, and there's some big breaking news coming on. Sri Lanka has, in fact, signed $1.1 billion deal with China. Now, this is something which is pertaining to the control and development of the southern deep-sea port of Hambantota. This deal raises major security threat concerns for India, and India has raised concerns over possible military activities by China in this particular port that is in question, Hambantota port. Snehesh, our deputy editor, is breaking story first and exclusive on Republic, joins me on this broadcast. So basically, Snehesh, tell us more details about it, the diplomatic significance of it, and India, the concerns that India has flagged, the security concerns that India continues to flag on this particular port.
Absolutely, Sakal. There are security implications for India. The Indian government has been in talks with Sri Lanka over this handing over this particular port to the Chinese company. What we've learned so far is that the Sri Lankan government has actually gone ahead and taken the concerns raised by India into consideration while signing this particular deal. Instead of a 100% handover, what currently right now is that the Chinese company will have a 99-year lease and they will have a 70% controlling stake over this port. This deal works out to be anywhere between 1.1 billion to about 1.5 US dollars. The basic concern of India has been the fact that the Chinese could use this particular port for military purpose, in the sense that the Chinese PLA Navy could actually use this port to dock its ships, to dock its submarines, because this particular port overlooks the strategically important Indian Ocean region. And this has been a major issue of concern for the Indian government and the Indian Navy. In the past, when these Chinese submarines have docked in Sri Lanka, we've raised objections. And since then, Sri Lanka has made it very clear that they will not allow this particular port to be used for Chinese military purpose. At the same time, they've also said that there will not be any docking of Chinese submarines in this particular port.
Okay, Snehesh, be there with me on that story. Let me quickly go across to Republic TV's contributor, Sushant Sareen, joining us on this. Sushant, now constant assurances coming that China, from the Sri Lankan government, of course, that China will not only run it for commercial purposes. But then can we really trust China on their word on this?
No, I don't think we can. But I think what we will have to do is we will have to continuously verify that the misuse of the port by the Chinese is not done. And I think while the agreement which the Sri Lankans have signed today do address, at least on the face of it, knowing the kind of leverages they have developed and the kind of aggressive policies they have been following in the region, I don't think we can let down our vigil merely because this kind of an agreement has been signed. So I think we will have to be very, very vigilant, and we will have to develop certain leverages that ensure that this port is not used for any kind of offensive purposes or any kind of military purposes by the Chinese. Because if Hambantota 5 years, 10 years from now starts becoming a military base for the Chinese, with Gwadar already and Pakistan already becoming a Chinese colony, the Chinese already having a base in Djibouti, which is a military base, and they're putting even Marines out there. They really capture bulk of the Arabian Sea and the Indian Ocean. So I think we cannot afford to let down our vigil as far as Sri Lanka is concerned.